We are
so
not back.
This is the third time we're fucking doing. Well, dude, my fucking microphone is gonna like knock over, and we're gonna have to restart everything.
Oh my! I actually don't know if your microphone's.
Dude, I'm not. What do you mean? Is it plugged in?
It's hard to tell.
Hello, I'm right here.
Oh yeah. You're definitely plugged in. You're good. You're locked in.
Yeah.
All right, we're so fucking back, boys. Welcome back to the Cabin Podcast.
Yeah, we don't have technical issues that take us longer than the actual
Bubble Bass
podcast.
03. The guy with the technical difficulties is Moist 456. Ian.
I bought this shit off Woot.
It's a fucking TV special.
It literally is.
Athlete's foot.
Athlete's foot. My homie's got athlete's foot. I got a fucking
I got
microphone.
athlete's foot. Holy shit, boys.
So do you want to talk about what athlete foot is? I just assume it's like skin peeling foot. Is that what it is?
To the naked eye, yeah, but I think it's a fungal infection.
Uh-huh.
And it's like the early signs of trench foot, like it's the first part of trench foot.
You need to get the fuck out of the trenches, Daniel. I don't know why you're chilling down there. Well, why do you think you have trench foot?
It's because I work 5 days a week and wear work boots, and it's 110 degrees where I work. And
can you stop shit talking Boeing every podcast? Because you're gonna get assassinated. You can't talk about your working conditions like that.
Dude, I don't work for Boeing.
I know, but honestly, since you have.
But if I did, I'd be dead. I swear.
Yeah, hypothetically, if he worked for Boeing, hypothetically, clearly.
In Minecraft, if I built planes in Minecraft, I'd be dead in Minecraft.
Hypothetically, if he were to have a contract with Boeing, it would be so over.
Oh yeah, I'd blow whistles or however that goes. Cause yeah.
Nah, dude. So you said you had.
I'd blow somebody at Boeing in order to die.
You said you had our first lovely topic, like off your mind. Do you remember what it was?
Oh shit. You know how we talked about my surgery, about how like my disability and how my employer was gonna go about, letting me have the days off.
Yeah.
And I told you I was like, I'm gonna go through the handbook and like study that shit like a Harvard lawyer.
Did you do it?
I did, and I sat down. I had a meeting with my HR department, and I told them, I was like, they actually called me into the office. They're like, hey,
they heard your podcast.
No. There's like a big ass conference room,
mm-hmm.
and there's one lady in there. One of my HR ladies. So I'm like, am I getting fired? Like,
yeah.
So I walked in. I was like, fuck. I was like, maybe this is a Boeing situation. They're about to clap me in this fucking conference room.
Did you really think like the podcast leaked out and it was like so over?
No, I didn't think about that. Honestly, I don't know if they'd care if I had a podcast or not.
I don't know, man. A lot of companies don't like that shit.
Well, I haven't released the name of my company or very many details about it.
I don't think you've released like your full name. I mean, well, granted, it wouldn't be hard to find. I think everyone just knows Daniel. But like, if you really looked, much. It'd be so over. I need to stop saying so over. I think I'm getting brain rot. But no, what happened? What happened in the conference room?
Skibbity toilet.
Dude, don't fucking say that shit. Go on.
That's actual fucking brain rot. Anyways, she sat me down. She's like, hey, you called me or texted me, whichever one.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hey, you told me you had a surgery coming up on this date. I was like, yeah. She's like, well, hey, you said you were interested in short-term disability. She's like, we pay out 100% of your wages for 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, cool. I'm like, I think I only need 30 hours of short-term disability. She's like, all right, you don't even have to do any paperwork. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you're good. If it's over 30 hours, if it's over 3 days, she's like, you have to like file with this company and you have to do it like a week before your surgery and this bullshit. I'm like,
why?
No, I'll just do 3 days off and not do any paperwork. I'll suffer.
Dude, you're a dweeb. I would have done that paperwork, bro. I want 40 hours off, man. Could never. I mean, pay is pay,
Yeah,
baby.
but I'm in a different situation. I work with a team,
Mm-hmm.
and my team's already short staffed, so me not being there is really fucking them pretty hard. So I would, like to be there to support them.
Well, this is your long term like life job. I mean, I always hear
It's
that.
definitely a career.
Yeah, so like you don't want to fuck over your buddies. I definitely understand, but I mean, coming from my side of the world, like when I hear shit like that, I just laugh at people because it's retail. But
You just cringe. You're like,
yeah,
ugh, you like work?
it's like,
Ugh, you're
yeah, literally like you
you
like.
get along with your coworkers?
Yeah,
Bro, what?
yeah, I was like, bro, what the fuck? You want to be here longer than you have to be? Are you crazy?
Oh, don't get me wrong. When my shift's over, I'm fucking gone. Like, I don't want anything to do with that place when I'm not there. But like,
Have you ever?
I do have a responsibility when I'm there,
Mhm.
and I do have to be there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Like, I'm essential to that company functioning.
Mm, definitely. But I mean, I remember us talking about us being like scummy and like, hey, yo, I need these days off. But I mean, hey, fuck it, if I mean,
That's not really being scummy. Like, if you need days off, like, your life comes first.
I
It's
know,
not
but
really
we were
scummy for
talking
wanting
about
them.
how it could like appeal as scummy, but like no, I mean like no, if you genuinely like if this is your career path, I definitely get where you're coming from. But for people who do not have a career path, right, like that, like if you have short-term disability, I'm just saying shoot for the stars, man. Get 60 hours off. But like, but yeah,
So I met a guy
hmm
that works for Meta.
meta,
Yes, and he's dealing with their metaverse development.
which I heard as
And
hell.
yes, I would like to experience it. I feel like it's more like a fucking like Oculus fucking video game.
Yeah, it's definitely what it is.
Like job simulator. Like that's how he pretty much explained it to me. He's like, you just live an alternate life in virtual reality, and I'm like, uh,
Yeah, I
that sounds like the recipe for like brain rot and
I mean it
poor
definitely
child development.
It definitely is, but I definitely think it's gonna have its advantages in the future. Sorry if I sound like really congested. I definitely am. But what I heard originally, like Mark Zuckerberg had the idea for you know how like what was it? Like stuff like Slack and like Zoom was a thing. They wanted to
Yeah,
originally do something like that. So they originally wanted to like make Zoom but meta, right? Like where you can like, oh, I can have my characters in Zoom and talk to my coworkers, right? But then
right.
the stockbrokers like thought it was like, oh my God, everyone's gonna be able to work in virtual reality. Everyone's gonna use VR and actually have a job. And then like he got like all this funding for it, and he genuinely swapped up ideas and started cooking up that side. And everything he was doing to like compete with like Zoom, he just made it into that. That's what I personally heard. I don't know if you know the dude that like knows I don't know if the dude knows the real story. But that's what I heard.
So, just a random question
Mhm.
for the retailer that you work for,
Mhm.
unnamed retailer.
Unnamed retailer.
Do they sell the Apple Vision Pro?
I think so. Why?
That like $3,500 VR headset that's like it's nuts.
I honestly I don't really go to electronics that much, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't honestly I don't think we do, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But I don't see why we'd keep a.
I'm sure you guys sell it online, just probably not in store.
Mhm. Yeah, what about it? You think people are like stealing them or something?
No, I just would really like to get my hands on one and screw with it for a little bit because I see people actually. That's like the first VR headset I've seen that somebody's actually taking advantage of it in a day to day life other than entertainment.
Yeah, but you also got to realize that like I don't think it's everyone's like
Do you think the metaverse is going to be similar
no on
besides like the Zoom feature, or do you think it's going to be purely entertainment based like Oculus?
I think right now VR isn't in like a state where we can actually do shit like that efficiently. For example, if you were to throw on the Oculus Vision Pro, a lot of people will say like, yeah, it's lightweight, but
Apple
or
Vision Pro.
Apple Vision Pro, it don't fucking matter, dude. Anyways, with any VR headset, even the Apple Vision Pro, it like you may have all these functions, but it'll never be as convenient as your iPhone, or like it'll be very uncomfortable at the very least, right? Because you have something on your face like that that's decently heavy. You have like controls and shit like that. I think you still have...
Do you remember when they put iPads in schools?
No.
Like, I know you were in school during that time.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
What was like, hey, it was before Chromebooks.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when I was in elementary school, before we got Chromebooks, it was like, hey, we just got, like, 15 iPads for every classroom, and you had, like, the little charging cart.
Yeah.
Where you had to, like, return it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I didn't think those were iPads.
How long do you think it's going to be until there's VR headsets in schools?
I honestly think if we get to that point, we probably won't even have schools just because of how bad the funding is for them in general. Like, I know that sounds terrible coming from we're in the Midwest. We don't really get that good of funding in schools. So, like, I think if we get to that point, we're definitely going to be all homeschooled.
It just depends on what area you're from. Since I'm, like, around Pittsburgh, kind of, some of those schools that aren't far from me, they get stupid funding because they have a lot of students.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah.
And, I've been seeing a lot of school mergers, and when these schools merge, they just get so much money from the state.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what my old elementary school did. We had, like, the biggest elementary school in my town because, like, we took down, like, 1, 2, 3 elementary schools and merged them into one. It literally looks better than our high school, which is fucking insane. But yeah, no, dude, honestly, like, going back to the original topic, like, I just don't think VR is at the state to where, like, anytime soon we'll be able to use it efficiently as, like, I don't know, as, like, a 24-hour job or, like, as a school thing.
As a learning assistant.
Yeah, I think give it, like, 5 to 10 more years, then maybe.
Since we live in America and public school is very unsafe, do you think they're going to make, in the future, virtual reality an alternative to public education?
Absolutely.
Because obviously you have to develop social skills as a child, and you can't really do that doing online school. Obviously you get to, like, in some online schools you have, face cam with your teachers and maybe some other students, but I'm thinking, like, in VR, if the school can supply internet and a VR headset, to these kids, like,
I think it's going to be like VR chat, man. I think, like, everyone's going to have their little OC. Like, maybe it has to look like them in school. And then, like...
I'm sorry, but if my future kid has to go to VR class with some fucking ooh-woo cat tail trans anime character, I'm going to be fucking...
Look, bro, I'm going to be
I
would be fuming, too. I would actually, like, be like, wow, I might homeschool you, my friend, my son.
Like, maybe it's better if you don't get educated and just you'd be better off in life being uneducated.
Dude, honestly, probably. I mean, you see all these people that are homeschooled and they look level-headed compared to the average person. Not all homeschooled people, but...
when I went into high school, for me, like, it seems like all the homeschool kids, they were only homeschooled through elementary and, like, junior high. But in high school, they had to go to public high school. So it's like, as soon as I went into 9th grade, all of the homeschool kids came in, and it's like, they're all valedictorian, and they're like head over heels farther ahead than anybody that's, like, been in the public school system for their entire education. And I was kind of blown away with how successful homeschooling's been for all these kids.
Well, definitely. I mean,
like, I've yet to meet a homeschooled kid that wasn't super, super smart, but also really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just a stereotype. A lot of people don't even know that, like, most homeschooled, like, kids, like, for example, like, I know there's a few people out there that when they say homeschooled, there's, like, maybe, like, they're in a group of 5 people, right? Like, they're not just homeschooled by their parents. They're, like, a little, like, a 5-man group, and they're taught by a private teacher. I mean, a lot of people... I don't know, a lot of our shit's outdated, and when you get, like, private homeschooling lessons, you actually get up-to-date, like, curriculum, and, like, you go through school faster, and I definitely think that matures you as a person faster. But yeah, no, a lot of these homeschooled people aren't just homeschooled by their mom and dad. They have other people around them as well. I think that's probably why they're so fun and normal.
It's also a requirement for them to do, like, so many in-person activities per month, I believe.
Is that...
Where, like, they, like, get together at, like, public parks and shit and have physical education.
Did your school have, like, mandatory, like, community service hours? Like, public service hours? Because my old school didn't, but my high school I went to did, or vice versa.
Yeah, because I went to vocational school. My home school has that requirement. The vocational school didn't. My vocational school didn't even require you to be in school your senior year.
Wow.
It was like, hey, if you want to go to work instead of going to school, cool by you. So like my senior year, I didn't go to school.
I guess that's fair. I don't know.
Because I had enough credits, so it was like you don't necessarily have to be here. You can choose to be here, but you don't have to be.
Yeah, I hate that because at my original like high school, I know you went to vocational school or whatever, trade school or whatever. My issue is that like with mine, like I had enough credits to pass junior year, but I was missing one standardized course because like I transferred from Tennessee to Ohio, so like I had to go take that one class, but that was the only class I had to fucking do. But I couldn't just like not show up to like school. So like they'd make me take all these fucking stupid electives, which pissed me off. And like hearing the fact that
it's like, oh, I have another study hall.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like you can only have a max of 2 study halls, and I'm all like, well, I don't want to do psychology. I already did psychology.
Taking like fucking ceramics and like artistic 3.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking making pottery.
I don't want to do that shit. That's what pissed me off my senior year so much. I actually like got into like a scuffle with a few of the teachers because like it was clear to me, it was clear to them I didn't want to be there, and like I'd be a senior.
And you didn't really have to be there.
It was clear to them.
So you just make it clear to them, like, I don't want to fucking be here. I don't need to pass your class. Leave me the
literally.
Fuck alone.
It was to the point to where like what was it? I got into a scuffle with this one teacher because she was like, you need to like actually do work in my class, and I was like, I'm not gonna do fucking work in your class. I don't need to be here. And she's like, well, if you don't.
I'm here because I have no other
literally
choice.
like if I were to like just leave right now, I technically would be truant, like because like I've already missed that many days, ma'am. Like, that's what pisses me off. Like I don't know, can you still be called as truant if like you don't show up to school if you're 17? I think you have to be 18 not to be truant, because I was definitely like
I can't answer that question.
I don't know,
dude, because when I was 18 I didn't go to
that's
school.
That's fair. When I was 17 I could have basically just left. So like, well, yeah, you probably graduated when you were 17 as well, right?
No, I graduated when I was 18.
Oh, I graduated when I was 17. So I guess it was kind of different. Because I know people would like sign
themselves. You graduated early then.
Yeah, I did. I also.
Or you just really young?
I was like super young when I went into like first grade. I think I was like.
So did your guardians enter you into school early?
They did. And fun fact, I failed like preschool or like kindergarten because I refused to do any work. So like I know it sounds
like
stupid.
No, I'm not drawing shapes with my crayons. I'm eating them instead.
Bro, so based, but like no, I just refused to do my ABCs and shit. I was like, I'm just not doing that. Like you guys are fucking dweebs. I'm not doing this.
I want to play on my Nintendo DS. I remember when Nintendo DSs got banned by kindergarten year.
They got banned in kindergarten? Who the fuck is giving their child a Nintendo DS in kindergarten?
Dude, everybody fucking had one.
In kindergarten? Maybe like 3rd grade, but definitely.
You used to do like fucking Picto Chat during nap time and play Mario Kart.
Bro, what?
Yes. I'm actually kind of disappointed you'd never experienced that part.
No,
we were allowed to bring them to school and use them after school, like on the school bus, but we were never allowed to use them in school after they were banned.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess you don't want your kids on like video games like during school hours.
It was like when they first became a thing.
Bro, the funniest part about nap time, I remember nap time too. Bro, we had this easy bake oven that everyone would like crowd around. It was like some Barbie play set. And we'd all fight over the spatulas and cookies, and she was like, "Nah, I'm the chef today."
I am the chef now.
I am the chef now. I used to, dude. I was a weird fucking kid. I don't want to like harp on. Like,
I was too.
I don't want to harp
play
on
with the fucking trains, dude. They're all connected like by magnets. And they have the wooden tracks.
That shit was cool. I know exactly what you're talking about. By the way, no, I was a weird kid, as in like in first, I think it was like first or kindergarten. I would say first. I would chase around like the fucking weird quiet kids, and I'd pretend to bite them. Well, I would bite them physically.
You are the weird quiet kid, dude.
Yeah, no, I would run at them and bite them and pretend to be a dinosaur.
You look like a biter. Told my girlfriend that today. I was like, you definitely bit kids in school.
Well, I mean, granted, it was first fucking grade. I mean,
yeah.
It was just weird. Me fucking around, dude. I was
thinking the other day, like, your Instagram plays. What's the word I want to use? I don't know. It's like your Instagram's all about memes, right? And it's like our podcast, like, we don't really talk about memes at all. We just talk about like life.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely like different, but I
I'm just not. I'm not up to date on like memes.
Neither
like
am
I love memes. I find them like really funny, but it's like I can't talk about meme trends on a podcast.
Dude, don't feel pressured to. I honestly use this as a way to get away from like the digital space sometimes, cause like my meme page just recently got AdSense. Let's fucking go. By the way, I don't know.
Yo, we have $200 yet?
No, so I got to tell you a little story about it. Just a little brief tangent. So, it seems like Instagram support for it is in beta. So right now, whenever I make a support claim, it will be immediately like closed. So like they'll just send me like, here's a list of things you can review, like, and do this, and we won't take your shit down. So for example, I had a video that was not my video. I'm a meme page. I just repost shit. I mean, like, fair enough. If you want to take it down, take it down. I understand. But
there's plenty more where that fucking came from.
Yeah, for real. But like, it has a 140K likes right now, right? And that made me $100. But I don't know, like all my super popular videos that have over 50K likes and 100K likes just keep getting removed instantly without a reason. It still says they're monetized, but they'll be removed from like the list of monetized videos that add to my like payout account.
Yeah, that sounds like they just don't want to pay you.
Yeah, so I went from having $157 back to 96. So I mean, like, I'm not complaining.
You should have cashed that shit out while you were up.
I can't. I literally can't. So they do it monthly. I can only cash out monthly. So
dude, fuck Zuckerberg.
Dude, fuck Zuckerberg. But yeah, it literally looks like they just don't want to pay me out. I've made like 10, like not 10, like more like 5.
That's exactly what it seems like.
Yeah, and since it's in beta,
it's like this kid just reposts scummy fucking memes. Nah, I don't think we want to pay him.
That's literally just what's going on right now. I'm at 94. I did say I do like a little giveaway.
There's absolutely no quality to this kid's fucking posting. Like, nah.
Which is definitely fair to say. I'm pretty sure most meme pages like on YouTube and shit like that don't even get paid because it's not original content. But fuck it, man. I mean, I'm one of the...
I don't know. The big ones, man, that just fucking... They get a shit ton of ads.
Yeah, they get ads, but I don't think they get AdSense.
Part of me believes it does, because you ever see the meme pages that just like post comments and random like Instagram reels and shit where it's like, I post this kind of content.
Oh, dude, what bugs me the most is when people be like, follow me at 725 for more content. Like, that shit pisses me off.
Right.
Like, because I'll be honest. So I posted a video. I posted a photo, and I guarantee you've seen it because it popped off of my account earlier. It's like, you know that one furry dude, the horse dude, like the brony dude?
No.
He'll like comment, she's mid.
No,
you didn't see it? Nope. Okay, well, I posted a photo of this dude calling the super hot girl mid, and he was a brony. And
yeah. The dude that was in your comments. Well, like, we've all seen who you call mid. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I posted that. And I cropped out my meme page because obviously I don't want to look like I'm glazing myself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, he screenshotted his own comment. Kid his ass. People do that shit. So
I could tell that it was you by the profile picture, I think. I was like, no fucking way you said that to this dude. You fucking... you exposed him.
Yeah, I did. But he's very active on my page, so I don't do hate on anybody.
Right.
But I thought it was funny. Either way, I saw some other meme page screenshot my shit, crop out my meme page in the background, and post the same thing, and I get 20K likes, and it was popping off on his shit.
Really?
Yeah. He was all like,
you just should watermark your shit then.
I need to, but what the funniest part was, it was all like, follow Zem videos for more funny video photos and clips. I'm all like, you motherfucker. So I didn't like copyright strike them because, meme pages will just go after each other. If you
do that
shit.
For some reason.
It's very common.
So dumb.
So I decided to block him. So if another part of my videos like show up on his feed and he screenshots it, he won't see it. But still, fuck that guy. That's
Rip.
what kind of made me do a follow-up thing, like with it as well. But yeah, sorry, I don't want to talk about memes. What the fuck were we talking about?
No, let's
I
talk
went on
about
a
names.
tangent.
Boeing, fucking second whistleblower. KIA.
No. I didn't want to go on a tangent. We were talking about school things. Like,
Well, I feel like we talk about school a lot. We're both graduated.
No, that's true.
Are we reminiscing about our past? Did we peak in high school?
No. We're talking about like us as children. This is normal. Like talking about ourselves in high school is weird, but like.
But we talk about. I think we talk about it like every podcast, though.
We didn't talk about it last time.
Is it a side? Like.
No. You're right. We should drop this. Maybe we should drop the school talk. Dude, I've been craving smoothies. Do you like smoothies?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I never go anywhere, and I'm like, I think I want a smoothie. But my grandmother makes some busting ass smoothies. Like, she lives in Virginia, so I don't get to see her all that often. I actually went down and saw her for the first time in a couple of years, and dude, she make me some breakfast smoothies with like fresh fruit and milk, dude. Oh, so good. But no, I don't buy smoothies from anywhere.
Yeah, they're super expensive, man. I'll be honest. Back when I used to get smoothies when I was a little bit younger, they were way cheaper. But I go over to this place called Robex. It's like super local to me. And I get smoothies there, and they're banging, man. I'm telling you, like, I know this sounds, I keep saying this, but the only good spots I know in Ohio are food places. So if you need to come here, bro, I got food for days. I keep sending you Ohio food places.
Yeah, you do. I'm just I'm looking at it, I'm like, this looks really, really good. Like, I wish there was stuff like that around me. Yeah, like, the best thing we got is like your typical small town hot dog joints.
Yeah, but hot dog joints are the fucking best when they like layer that shit up with chili cheese and fucking
like we
bacon.
have this one chili hot dog place that their chili's like kind of famous in the area.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like you could ask anybody within like a 30-minute radius. It's like, have you ever been to this hot dog place? Like, dude, I love their chili. And if you ever go to this place, it's like this small, tiny little hole in the wall where, you know, they buy like all their hot dogs locally, and, you know, all their hot dog buns are bought like right down the road. It's like your typical small, tiny hot dog joint, but it's like $1 million business. The owner's always there. He's like an old guy. It's like your stereotypical small little restaurant, but everybody knows it.
That's pretty sick, man.
That's really the only thing we have.
Awesome. No, that's awesome, dude. I don't know what's gotten into me over the years, but I went from emo to hipster. And like I honestly appreciate so many things about, like, I don't know, small companies and small food joints and healthy food, places that like actually get real meat and use it. But
before you know it, be like, do you have anything gluten free?
No.
I think I'll use my credit card.
But I actually be saying that shit ironically to my girl. That little South Park episode.
Look at me, I'm American. I think I'll use my credit card.
But yeah, no. It's I think that's awesome that there's places out there that like are well known in like the middle of fuck nowhere for their hot dogs. I think that's awesome.
It is very good.
That being said, Daniel, I think we talked about this. You've been to Cedar Point, right?
No, I haven't. No.
Do you want to go to Cedar Point with me? Pretty please.
Where is Cedar Point, dude?
It's past Cleveland. I think like overall, I think it'll be a 4-hour drive for us, like in total. Like for me, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But for you, getting here,
I think Cleveland was a 2-hour drive for me.
For real?
Yeah, it's maybe. The last time I drove it, I went to this car dealership that was like really close to the lake.
Yeah.
And you could just smell the lake water, which was kind of cool. But I went to this big ass car dealership to sell one of my friend's cars, and I gave him a ride back. And I think it was like 2 hours.
Well, from my knowledge, it's like an hour outside of Cleveland, so I guess it'll be like a 3 hour drive. But I'm all down, man. I'll see if I can get like the pass and shit, to
Let
get
me
you
look.
in free.
I'll look right now.
Cause like, bro, we gotta hang out. I feel like we do this podcast and we actually like talk to each other like occasionally. I don't think we ever talk to each other enough outside of this podcast. Like we'll DM each other, but we'll like be really vague. But I think it's because we're always busy.
I am always busy. That's the sad part. There's so many things I want to do with my life. Like this summer, it's like I want to go camping, and I tell myself I'm like I'm gonna go camping, but like every Friday night or Saturday night I'm with my girlfriend. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
It's like,
don't know.
I want to have a bonfire. That's like my girlfriend's like, oh, I'm spending the night. I'm like, oh, okay, like obviously I love her, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course. Like I want to spend the night with you, but
that's why
I can't. I don't have the balls to tell her to be like, I'm doing something else.
That's fair, man. I mean, plus you're at the beginning of the relationship. You got to grow into that like part where you can say like no. But like at the early stages, bro, it'll just be like that for a bit.
2 hours and 33 minutes.
Let's fucking go, dude. I told you. But
and I have to drive right through Youngstown, Warren, and Akron.
They're all shit. I guess my girlfriend took me through Akron to go get her nose pierced. It's not as bad as I remember it being. But
I feel like I just doxed myself. Like, yeah, I'm exactly 2 hours and 33 minutes from Cedar Point. Somebody's gonna draw a circle, a 2 hour and 33 minute circle around Cedar Point.
Our 100 viewers are gonna figure out where you live. He lives in this area, and they're known for their hot dogs. So over, bro. But yeah, no, dude, I'd be down to hang out for sure. Plus, I love Cedar Point. Fuck, man. I went to Chili's today because today is Cinco de Mayo. Believe it or not, I think. Am I right?
It's also
Today is the
4th.
6th.
No, it's the 6th.
Flies,
Holy
dude.
shit!
May 4th is 2 days ago.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, fuck Star Wars, fuck Disney. But anyway. No, actually, I like Star Wars, man. Controversial take. I love Star Wars.
I was never into Star Wars, but that's not really... It's not that I don't like Star Wars. I've never sat down on my own and, watched it or...
I think you'd enjoy it. I definitely think you'd enjoy it. It's great.
I think I'd enjoy it too, but, my dad was always like a Star Trek guy.
I fucking hate Star Trek, I'll be honest. It's not even... It's just so boring to me because it's older. I'll be honest.
Well, there's
just
newer stuff too.
Yeah, I did hear that movie was pretty good. The Star Trek movie that released like in 2018.
With Chris Pine?
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good.
Dude, the Chris Pine Star Trek movies are really good.
Man, but what was I talking about? Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, I went to Chili's today and I spent $75, which was way more than I thought I'd spend.
That's right. You got AdSense. You're good.
Yeah, but it hits in a month. I still gotta wait. But yeah, no, I went there. I spent $75 because it was Cinco de Mayo, and I wanted to hang out with my girlfriend. I love her very much, so like I kind of splurged, mostly on myself,
right?
Because I got like 3 things of margarita.
Oh, I forgot. You're of drinking age, you lucky fuck.
Yes, sir.
I can't drink in public settings.
Oh, don't you worry.
Of course,
man.
I don't drink at all because I'm under the age of 21. But I can't drink in public settings.
I think I know a way to rapidly age you enough to get you to drink.
Facial
It just
hair.
involves a piece of plastic.
Yeah. That's a felony's not worth it. I'll wait.
Fine. Man, it's almost 2 a.m., bro. I'm not gonna end it early or anything, but we always be fucking recording at like 2 a.m. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's the perfect time because I think, like my brain is, I don't know how to explain it. My brain is on podcast mode. I'm very relaxed. I don't have anything going on that I have to be worried about. It's just a good time.
It's weird.
Like, what are you worried about at 2 a.m. besides fucking social media intake and fucking, I don't know, fruit snacks? I don't fucking know.
Dude, it's really weird because I'll get on here at 2 a.m. and I'll be like a little sleepy or I'll be like a little relaxed. But like I'm a very like I don't know how to explain it. Like a very ADHD like person. I'm always up in people's faces talking. I'm a very big yapper. But whenever I get on here, I'm just like in vibe mode. It's like I smoked a blunt before I joined. But
No shit.
yeah, no, it's a big
Good.
difference.
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. That just reminded me.
What's up?
You know how I told you, like, I can't smoke, right?
Yeah.
Because of my work.
Yeah.
Well, they just passed a law, or not a law, a policy that says we're no longer drug testing for THC
Bro.
via urine test. They are going to test via breathalyzer, which only goes back, I think, a maximum of 12 hours.
That's fucking
So it's like you can
awesome.
So it's like you can smoke, but you can't smoke right before you come into work.
Do you want the
And then they hit me with the, if you get hurt, we're going to urine test you, and if you pop for THC, you get terminated. Which urine tests can go back to like 30 or 40 days.
Yeah.
Then they said if you have your medical card, that's basically like a get out of jail free if you get hurt. And I work with a handful of guys that are from Ohio because I'm not all that far from Ohio.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Ohio, you don't have to have a medical card. It's recreational there. So what are we doing about that? And they're like, we'll have to get back to you. We didn't even think about that. Well, it's like PA's right around the corner. It's going to be recreational here too.
Yeah, dude.
Eventually.
I was gonna say, do you want the
then what?
leftover of my weed thing? Because like I have a few things of like weed I just don't use anymore. Like I have really high like THC gummies, and
Fuck.
I have really high
Yeah,
THC
no
gummies and like edibles and shit like that. I mean, they're good. They help you sleep.
I think I'm just going to stay exactly how I am.
You're not gonna smoke?
If it becomes recreational, I might. I don't want to pursue a medical card because I don't want, like, I don't know what that has to do with gun laws since I'm a gun guy. I'm not very up to date on what that means for carry permits and whatnot.
I don't think it really affects you guys, but I don't know. But
It does.
It does?
It does. Yeah, because you can't buy a gun if you smell like weed here, so.
I mean, fair enough.
Weird.
I mean, that makes sense. You don't want to be like high shooting guns. I mean, I feel like that would be a felony in itself. But yeah, no. I mean, I guess that's fair. I never thought of it like that because like I said, I never really shoot guns or anything like that. So
Like, I don't know if this is true,
Mm.
but it's word of mouth, and I've never done any research on it because I don't really give a fuck. If you have an emotional support animal, like if your mental state is at the point where you like qualify for an emotional support animal and you register like your cat as an emotional support animal, that you can't own firearms anymore.
is that a thing for real?
I guess so. That's what I hear. I've never done any research on it because I don't really care, because I don't really want an emotional support animal. But
I know a lot of people that claim they have one.
I understand why it could be a thing. Because, like, if your mental state is that poor that you feel you need an emotional support animal, should we really trust you with, a gun? And I get it, but it's also kind of bullshit.
Hey, don't you worry, man. Since we are currently on a podcast, I figured I'd do some research into the subject just because I'm bored. No, under current federal law, individuals who are medical marijuana card holders are considered to be unlawful users of or addicted to any controlled substances, which includes marijuana. This status prohibits them from purchasing a firearm or possessing firearms. So yeah, if you have a medical card, you cannot own a gun.
Right.
Yeah, no, Jesus, man, that's fucking crazy. I don't know, man. Dude, I'm not trying to go like all like. I feel like that limits your freedom a little bit. Like, why can't I smoke weed and shoot guns?
Why can't I shoot guns in my bag? Why can't I mag dump trash stoned out of my mind?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, man. What is this?
Yeah, I get it. There's reasons behind it. I get it to a certain extent. Is it stupid? For me, yeah, because I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I have no intentions on doing both at the same time. But in the other side of things, it's like you have people that could have a medical card and sell weed in the hood.
Yeah, I know tons of people that do it.
And could just walk into a store and buy, rifles and ammunition,
Yeah, no, you're definitely
especially since
right.
it's recreational in Ohio, so it's like it really isn't too frowned upon to sell weed there.
Yeah, I mean, and you can technically still own a gun.
Yeah, it's like it's like a competitive black market. So
yeah, I mean,
if you have a clean record, you could buy a gun and sell weed at the same time if you have a clean record. So
yeah, no, for sure, you're definitely right. I know somebody that used to may or may not have sold me some things in the past that also sold guns and stuff like that. They
right.
are in jail now. They have like 2-3 felonies now. They got caught because they're those type of guys that post on Snapchat 2-for-1 deals along with AKs. People are wild on Snapchat, man. Like,
well, I mean, if you're selling guns that you own, that's you could do a private sale. That's legal.
No. These were
unmarked. They're like stolen.
They were unmarked firearms.
There's 2 gun store robberies in PA last week.
2 gun store robberies? Did they not die?
Within 24 hours of each other. They do it at nighttime.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you rob a fucking gun store, like, you're just gonna get shot. Like, it's just so over. What?
If you ever meet some of the guys, like the FUDs, they're like their 50s and 60s, they literally get off to the thought of like terrorists coming into their store or somebody coming to rob them. Like they beat off to that shit at night.
Yeah, I would too.
They want it to happen so bad.
Dude, I would too.
Anybody with half a brain cell isn't going to do it while you're here.
They're all like, finally, I can finally murder somebody legally.
Finally, some action. Yeah, it's like...
Bro, I mean, if someone broke into my house or job, bro, and they tried fucking doing that, I'm gonna have a great time, bro. It's just so over for them. But go on. I would never want
to. The only way I would like justify carrying a gun at work is if I was like an Uber driver or like a Lyft driver, because that shit could save your life. I mean, it could save your life in any situation, but if you work at a gas station, it's a lot of places tell you not to fight back during a robbery.
I think like all of them do.
It's like it's a liability.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, you don't want to be fighting.
They're demanding for money. It's like, yeah, just give them the money. It's like, well, yeah, I guess. I could point my Glock at this dude and put his DNA all over the floor, but no, just give him the money.
Granted, if I were working at like retail or like at a gas station and someone went to rob me, I would just give it to him anyways. I work at a fucking gas station.
It's not worth your life.
Not worth my life, dude. Like, not worth it. I'll just give you it. Like, if I had a strap on me, I'll just give it to you. Like, nah, I don't care, bro. It's like all yours. But it's crazy. Like, you feel like, I know that sounds really fucking stupid, but like, you feel like people would be more polite when robbing gas stations. I know that sounds really stupid, but like, for a fact they're not gonna fight back. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like this guy doesn't give a shit.
Like, you're robbing our local get-go, bro. Like, who fucking cares?
It's like, it's not your money. Why would you give a fuck?
Yeah, that's what we need more in life: polite robbers.
Well, like, if you rob a bank. I don't know if it's like this where you come from, but like if you rob a bank and you're not threatening with a deadly weapon, like if you just like pass a note, the charge for getting caught for that is like way lower than obviously carrying a deadly weapon. Like if you were to rob a bank or a gas station with like a baseball bat and you weren't aggressive with it, like you just had it in your hand and you robbed a bank, it's way worse than just walking into a bank and passing a note.
I think robbing banks in general is stupid these days. I feel like you can just do it online.
Did you hear about the California bank robbery?
There was a California bank robbery. I want to hear about this.
Recently? It was like $20 million.
No fucking idea. I thought you couldn't even break into banks anymore.
Undetected.
Undetected?
Well, here's the thing about banks. They don't carry cash anymore. So you have to like break into a reserve kind of in order to get big money. But there was like a bank robbery in California, $20 million. Undetected.
Do you want me to pull up the article? I mean, like, this is our
Go
time.
ahead.
This is our time to fucking like do some research, man.
Yeah, pull up the article and read the headline or
Oh,
go through some
all
details.
right. California bank robbery. California bank robbery. Is it what? Do you know the like date? Was it this month?
I don't think it was this month.
Fuck it. Okay, 2024. Burglars steal 30 million on Easter in one of LA's biggest and one of the LA's largest cash heists ever. Burglars steal as much as $30 million from a vault. In one of the largest cash heists in Los Angeles history, thieves made off with as much as 30 million on Easter Sunday in San Fernando Valley money storage facility, an LA police official said. Mr.
$30 million. That's wild.
Yeah, that's true. Adding to the intrigue, blah, 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 blah. Break was elaborate.
It was the federal government. They're trying to get funding for something, for more bank protection.
Coincidentally, the LA bank is missing $30 million.
They're trying to get funding to protect their banks, so they just rob their own bank.
Yeah, a lot of.
So they can get somebody to sign a bill that says they need more funding for bank protection.
Yeah, do you remember back in the day? I think it was like a year or two ago, where people were saying they were burning down our food plants. Do you remember when people were like theorizing about that?
Yes, dude.
Like what happened?
The dairy farms and
yeah,
shit.
Who? Why'd we stop theorizing about that? I actually believe that to be somewhat true.
Like, oh, don't get me wrong. We sabotage our own markets for our benefit. Well, I don't want to say we do. Our government does.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, man, there's no fucking way, like, we don't do that. I mean, you see it all the fucking time with
Do you believe 9/11 was real?
You're tipping on some
controversial
topics, bro.
Because I see shit about like 9/11 where it's like, oh, it was in military grade thermite.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
And then people make the argument, it's like, well, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. I'm like, but jet fuel sets a lot of shit on fire, and that shit that's on fire can burn hot enough to melt steel.
Yeah, so here's my thought process on it. So I definitely think 9/11.
And you don't have to melt steel for a building to collapse. All you have to do is weaken it.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right.
Trust me, I work in the metallurgical field. I know what I'm talking about.
We got an expert on here. We got an expert that could like help, like,
not an expert, just
a well-informed man.
I know a thing or two about hot steel.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Here's my take on 9/11, since I fucking hate politics. Anyways, my thought process on 9/11 is this. So Osama Bin Laden, he did 9/11. That being said, I don't think we. Okay, if I recall correctly, I think was it Pakistan that like we invaded? Am I crazy?
I think he was hiding in Pakistan. I think.
Okay, so Pakistan literally negotiated him away, but the U.S. declined to take him because they wanted to invade their country. you know this, right?
That seems like a very, very United States government thing to do. No, I never really gave a shit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so basically the United States were all like, okay, well, we want Osama bin Laden and we want to like raid your country. And they were like, well, look, we don't want you to like
pretty much in the case that Pakistan was sheltering Osama bin Laden would therefore make Pakistan a terrorist, and the United States does not negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, we don't, quote unquote.
Of course we do now. We make exceptions. yeah.
But
we don't, quote unquote, negotiate with terrorists, but we make exceptions for female basketball players.
Yeah, that's true. But what I was trying to say is that basically they literally were going to give up Osama bin Laden, and like literally like the U.S. was all like, no, we want to invade your country, and they're like, no, please just take Osama bin Laden. We don't really like him anyways. And they're like, no, we're raiding your country. And they were all like, okay, fuck it, we're screwed. And then like everyone went to war.
Did you ever hear the story about how they found him?
Was it about CSGO? Am I crazy? I heard things about CSGO.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Okay, go on.
Yeah,
I am crazy. Go on. I'd like to hear about it.
Basically, they found the village that he was staying in, and it was like a third world village, right? So like the U.S. sent, quote unquote, like missionaries with a quote unquote vaccine, right? And started giving vaccines to everybody in the village that Osama bin Laden was at, and they had people staked out across the street watching the house that he was in. and they would send missionaries in with vaccines, and that's how they got his DNA. They were like, oh, hey, we're just missionaries. We're here supplying vaccines to all the people in the village and the kids and whatnot. So they did, like, Osama Bin Laden's family, his kids, his wife, and then they got Osama Bin Laden. Then they had all of their DNA. And so that's how they knew he was there.
How do they have Osama Bin Laden's DNA to begin with? Like, how do you... Huh? How's that work?
Well, okay... Well, they had his DNA. They could pretty much destroy that entire city block to the point where nothing is recognizable how it was before. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to beat around the bush. Basically, they could just blow up the fucking block.
They could just murder his family.
They could just murder fucking everybody. Yeah. And the only way they could verify that he was dead is by traces of DNA.
But it's weird. So, like, how did they know he was there? Was it just because his family was there? They assumed he was there? Or was it like...
Dude, after 9/11, we had fucking satellites following his every move. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's probably thermal imaging and satellite following his every move. And I'm sure we had CIA operatives following him everywhere.
I was going to say, what was it? I know, like, there's a funny photo of him, like, he actually played CSGO, like, on his actual laptop. He like, played shit like that.
I can believe
He played video games. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned CSGO earlier. But, yeah, no, definitely Osama Bin Laden bad.
Do you ever see the fucking... I don't know if you've ever posted it, or if you even know you posted it. It's like, don't ever, like, I just don't want you to forget that Bin Laden had this on his hard drive, and it was just like some epic...
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, it was me. I did post that, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it for years, but it's funny.
No, he, apparently he had a very good sense of humor, but, like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more like normal to be all like, yeah, Osama Bin Laden was a cool guy, but, like, call Hitler a cool guy, it's over. Don't do that.
You can't call Osama Bin Laden a cool guy.
Oh, I can't.
That'll get you
banned. All right. Well, Osama Bin Laden.
It wouldn't get you banned. It would just make a lot of people.
Okay. Well, look, Osama Bin Laden is a bad guy, but he had some funny dank memes on his computer, and you cannot deny that. All right, we have evidence. Allegedly. But, like, no. Osama Bin Laden bad. Like, honestly, yeah, no, he deserved to rot.
Yeah.
Plus, what did we do with his corpse anyways? I know we shot him in the head.
We put him in Bikini Bottom.
Put him in Bikini Bottom?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Apparently we threw him in the ocean, I guess, which, I don't know. We could have done way
I thought we put him in a vat of acid. I don't fucking know, man. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure we threw him in the ocean, because there's all kinds of fucking memes about him being in SpongeBob's pineapple.
Wait, for real? I've never seen those.
Yeah. Look up the fucking SpongeBob Osama Bin Laden.
What do you think?
This is such a sensitive topic to talk about.
Dude, 9/11 happened like almost 30 years ago now, man. Oh, not wow. I'm retarded. 24, like near like 23 years ago. So like, yeah, dude, it's definitely old.
Were you alive?
I was not. I was born the year after.
Okay, you're born in 02.
But, like, yeah, man, like, honestly, like, what rank do you think Osama Bin Laden was in CSGO if he was?
Dude, I don't even remember how ranking works. It's been so long since I played
I've never played CSGO. Do you think he's, like...
I've no-lifed it. I no-lifed it for, like, 4 months. I've no-lifed the free version, so I was always getting killed by fucking modders and shit, but... I was actually, like, half decent for ranked, like... Just
okay, like realistically,
quick field games.
Realistically, in a 1v1, could you beat Osama Bin Laden? Do you think you could?
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
I doubt it. Yeah.
That's what we should label this podcast episode. Can you 1v1 Osama Bin Laden? I guess it is a sensitive topic. It is. That is fair.
9/11 was terrible, but
you gotta make light of it somehow. I mean, like, obviously,
I'm not really making light on 9/11. It's just
Yeah, maybe
know.
saying Osama bin
I'm
Laden
not
is
really
a
making light
cool
about
guy
it,
was
but
pretty bad. But like, look, don't worry. We have other topics.
yeah. See, I'm completely against it, and 9/11 was
Yeah, no, it
terrible.
definitely was. I know a ton of
But
people that have friends who died there.
I'm not trying to glorify. I'm not trying to glorify him at all. Whatsoever.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I respect it, man. I mean, I'll
I'm
swap.
not. I'm not attacking religion. I'm not going after anything about that. Just
I,
just don't dox me.
don't.
Don't come after my throat. I'm not supporting anything. I support the United States military for killing him.
Yeah, I actually 100% believe America
Bin
number
Laden's
one.
fucking dead. I wish I could have shot that motherfucker.
Yeah, just to cover all bases here, America number one. All right, I love my federal government; they are my favorite. I love the ATF. I love the FDA. I love everything. Please.
The federal government would never lie to me.
Yeah,
The government loves me, knows I exist, and would never lie to me.
Yeah, no, never, never. But I saw, fuck. I wanted to finish my little story about me being a salesman. I never got to finish
Yes, I have
that.
it written down here.
Yeah, you do?
I've been looking at it. I'm trying to wait for the right time to ask that question.
No, you're good. I remembered. Now that we're finally off Osama bin Laden, let me tell you about my terrorist attack. I left off with a little kid hit me in the nuts with a baseball bat. My first tower blew up. The second time he did it, my second one, obviously. But no, he smacked me.
Fucking stop.
It's
not funny.
So basically, yeah, he hit me in my balls with a baseball bat. It was like a wiffle ball bat, to be fair.
Okay.
So it wasn't like anything too crazy. But the fact that you ever get nut tapped very lightly,
Dude,
and you go
good
ouchie
luck
ouchie.
trying to find a fucking editor for this episode, by the way.
I can't stress enough that this is all jokes. I very much hate Osama bin Laden. He's a very terrible person. Anyways, back to it. So I got nut tapped 3 times by this little kid with a wiffle ball bat, and I'm like, okay, all right, this kind of fucking sucks. The dude takes me out to Arby's or KFC. I want to say it was KFC, but I distinctly remember Arby's food. Either one, right? I'm in the middle.
I think he did tell me that it was he got you a slider.
Yeah.
And a fucking. Which is $1, by the way.
Bro he did not have the money. But yeah, it was just some fat dude that gave me stuff, and I appreciate that, what he did for me, especially the carpooling thing, because I had a flat at the time. But yeah, no, he was a very kind of a dickish person once I got to know him. Basically, we went to that house. It was a bust. The husband came out, was all like, "No, get the fuck away from my wife. We're not buying anything, you solicitor. Get the fuck off my lawn." I'm like,
"You soulless bitch."
Yeah, literally, which is fair. Definitely fair. I agree. I was a soulless bitch. So we moved on to the next house. Nothing. We keep going. We go to KFC, whatever. We come back. So this is where I needed water. So obviously we got food, but we didn't get drinks for some fucking reason. So we went to a Rite Aid, and I got a water bottle.
Rite Aid. Okay.
Look, man. Yeah, it's like CVS. Anything you buy from there.
Dude, shit's hard in Ohio, bro. I will say the most ghetto fucking place I've ever went to, ghetto establishment, was a CVS in Buffalo, New York.
You went to New York? No, let's not get off tangent, bro. So you know how expensive things are at drugstores. So you go there and you get a water bottle. It's $4 to $5 Spent $5 on a small bottle of water, and I kept going house to house. Eventually, we finessed an old woman with dyed hair, which I thought was super cute because she was an old woman. She let her daughter dye her hair, her young granddaughter, and she's like, "Oh yes, I always wanted to get my hair dyed," and she did it. It was a nice time. We had a nice talk, but at the end of it, we ended up scamming her. I felt really bad. I felt actually disgusting after it, but I didn't do it. My technical boss did it in front of me, or my mentor or the dude that was training me. So
yeah.
So it is what it is. We made a sale. I think we made a total of 2 sales. I don't remember the second one too much. It was just probably some dude. But basically, it is what it is, right? Fine, whatever. Second day rolls around. We do the charades thing again. If you don't remember from last
Yeah, I
podcast, we
remember
did
the warm
the
ups.
warm-ups, the team building bond exercises. And remember, all this was mandatory. I was so tired of this shit, bro. And I stayed there for a week because I really needed money. So the second day went like normal. I got trained by the same dude. He bought me like KFC or Arby's. He definitely bought me both throughout the week. Um, but it is what it is. But yeah,
Dude, I wish I had a
I
KFC.
fucking hate KFC sometimes, man. But KFC's good sometimes. Anyways, third day, my boss notices like, throughout the training thing, I'm not making that many sales. He's knowing I'm having a rough time because all the girls, by the way, like I was the only dude there, that was being trained at the
Oh yeah,
time. It
yeah.
was all women. And if you're a girl with some, like, if you're a very attractive woman and you go door to door, guys are gonna talk to you. Let's just be real. Like it's more
Mm-hmm.
likely. So they would make like 7 to 5 sales a day, which was like $500 like a day. Like that's a lot. Like typically
That's good
that's good
money.
fucking
Yeah.
money, dude. Um, but me, I was having a rough go of it, and he understood like why I would definitely.
Dude, you just need to wear some skimpy clothes and be a server at Texas Red House.
I would love to. Anyways, to this day, I would love to. But anyways, he noticed that I was having a hard time. He was like, "Look, Ian, I'm not trying to be mean. Do you have any friends we could probably sell this to? Any family that probably like that
Oh, that's how they
that's how they
get
get
you.
me." And I'm all like,
That's how they get you. That's how they get car salesmen
"Yep."
too.
And I'm all like, I have a few people I can reach out to, which I never did because I knew that was a scummy thing to do. But I was like, you know what? I know a ton of people.
Do you have any family members that you can rip off?
Yeah, literally. And I was all like, well, um, you know, he was all like, well, we recently just got permits to do your section, like the area where I live, right? Like they got permits to do, um, what do you call it? They had permits to finally like solicit in my town. Um,
Yeah.
so they took me out to my town. And this was the day before like the CEO came to help me because the CEO was just the local dude, I guess. I don't know. It was like the director. But on the third or fourth day, we finally go out to like my town, like near my town. Um, so we get pulled over in I'm not gonna name it because I'm getting really vague here because this is like kind of where I live. So there is a town over to me that kind of interlaps into my town, and it's very confusing to know what township you're in. So the township we
Yeah.
were in wasn't my township, and we got pulled over by the police for soliciting. Like they're like, "Do you have permits to solicit here?" And like we were like, "Yeah." And they pulled out, our soliciting permits and all that stuff, and they were like, "Well, this is for the town over. This isn't for this township. You're in the wrong like township. You can't solicit here." So they give us like $200 fines each um
For
for soliciting.
soliciting.
Uh yeah.
Wow.
And this is where I'm at my breaking point for the most part. I'm like, man, I can't do this shit. This is so frustrating. I thought I had to pay a $200 fine that wasn't even my fault. But basically, the man in charge was all like, "Okay, we're gonna call the boss back home, and we're gonna get this resolved." And he paid it for us, right? He paid this listening thing for us. Like,
Right.
awesome. At least that's the least he could fucking do, right? Awesome. I appreciate that. So he did that, and the day goes as normal. And I make no sales personally, but I think we make 3 sales. Anyways, we get to the CEO day. I know I'm dragging this on, but basically, he was a bigger dick than the dude that was training me. Uh, I went over to
Oh yeah, you have to be a piece of shit to rip people
yeah,
off.
no, for sure. Eventually, we got to my town because
Which is the basis of American capitalism, by the way.
for sure, but we're not communists. Fuck communists. Anyways, pursuing, uh, pursuing.
Pursuing.
So yeah, my the day rolls around to where like we go to my town because the director or CEO of whatever the fuck decided to pull out and help me because he seemed like a cool guy. He really liked me as a person. He thought I was funny. I guess I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to glaze me. Um,
No, you thought you were
yeah, I
cute.
looked submissive and breedable, I guess. I don't fucking know, dude. But we get out there, we get out to my town, and he's like, "Oh, here's a local boy. You know, this is Ian. You know, you know him. He's been here his whole entire life. You know, we're selling, you know, energy rates. You know, you should believe us." Shit like that. He's saying lines like that, like, "Oh, you know, this guy lives here. You know, he's pretty local. You probably see him around. He goes to the school around here." Because at the time I was still just graduating out of high school. Um, all that whack shit. And eventually we pull up to a lemonade stand from like a little girl. She looked about like 5 or 6, and she was like selling lemonade. She was like, "Yeah, we're selling lemonade for a quarter a piece." And I thought that was adorable. So we all had.
Do you have a soliciting permit for this township?
I should have hit her with, yeah, no, I'm calling the police. I fucking love those old TikToks or like videos where like they call the police on little children because they're selling lemonade.
It's like they're saving up to buy Grand Theft Auto 4, you know?
They probably just want to buy their fucking webkins, man. That's probably what they want.
It's like, I want a Kinect for my Xbox 360.
Fuck, dude. No, it was so mean. It was so mean what happened after the fact. And I can't help but say I prompted it because I was an asshole. I made a small joke and it turned into a lot more. So we were getting lemonade from there. We all stopped, like, "Oh, this is great. Thank you so much." And like the parents waved at us, you know, they thought it was awesome that we did that for her. Made her day. And I made a snide comment. I was like, "Wow, this lemonade, pff, awful." I did as a joke. It's like terrible lemonade, clearly. And she was like, "Yeah, no, this shit was awful." The director was all like, "Yeah, this shit was terrible." Like even fucking, he just kept going on about it. Like, "Yeah, no, fuck that bitch." Dude took it to a whole new level. Um, but yeah, no, the dude was kind of an asshole about it, and I was like, "Ha ha, ha, yeah, you know that's a child. You know, she was only 4. I was just joking. It was fine lemonade for a fucking 6-year-old making it. You know, I just made a
Right.
joke." And this man just took it to a whole new level, and we were all laughing about it. I guess it is what it is. You know, I was just trying to get paid. All right, don't be mad at me. I was just going with the flow, man. But yeah, we made no sales that day.
Nice.
0. Not a dollar in my pocket. Actually, I think we made one. I think we made one. I made $100, and that's all I made from that job. And I quit. I told my boss that my father was dying of a disease, which was true, and that I needed to be there to help him, which was untrue. And I left. I texted them that, and I blocked their number. Never showed up again. And that's why I hate Akron.
Fuck Ohio.
Dude, fuck Ohio. And fuck insert company that sells energy. Yeah. I'm sorry I ranted a little bit and made it like very vague, but
Well, you gotta protect
basically,
yourself.
yeah, my CEO is kind of a dick to a child, and I just went along with it, which makes me no better.
You gotta protect yourself, but I don't understand why you're protecting the company.
Well, I don't want to release the company name because the dude still probably works there, and if anything happens, he would sue me. He's a scummy asshole. I'm not trying to protect
Fair
the
enough.
company. I just
Fair
don't
enough,
want to
fair
mention
enough.
the company's name because I don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
They're fucking solicitors, Daniel. They're gonna come after me.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. But yeah, I got colted in. I got scammed, man. I wasted my time. I wasted so much time, and I went through like all my savings trying to like, well, the rest of my savings from my last job just so I could like make money. Like I had a car
Yeah.
payment and shit, so I was like really like needing money.
So
So
have you been looking for new jobs recently?
I have. I've been trying to apply to like coffee shops because they make a ton of money
I was
apparently.
thinking the other day, my girlfriend and I went to Texas Roadhouse, and this place is
Hmm.
fucking packed. There's not a single parking spot in the parking lot. That's how packed it is. There's people waiting outside the door for their seats to get their text message or whatever. I'm thinking they got like 15 servers here, and they're doing like so many fucking tables. And Texas Roadhouse is like their food's kind of pricey. It's on the pricier, right? So I'm like 20% tip on a pricier bill can
Yeah.
be like, $15. And say you have like 8 tables and you're doing like 6 different families per table a night. That's a lot of fucking tip money. If I was a woman, I would be trying to work at Texas Roadhouse. I can imagine it's a very stressful job, though. I gotta hand it to him. I know that that's not an easy job, but you can't please everybody. You can't make everybody happy. So, and that takes mental toll on people.
A lot of people don't tip there too. I know a ton of people that go to like expensive obviously not expensive, but pricey restaurants like that and always just don't tip because of how expensive the food is. But yeah, no, they make a fuck ton of money. My friend used to be a busboy at my local one, and they're always packed too, bro. Texas Roadhouse is just a good place to go to eat. I think we were talking about that's our default place to go.
When I was out your way,
to eat.
You
like
guys
that
have
or
a
Olive
Twin
Garden.
Peaks out your way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We do have a Twin Peaks out my way. Yeah, I've never been there, but my girlfriend wants to go.
Because I was out with a friend, we were out shopping for guns because we can buy guns in Ohio, and it's like, hey, you hungry? And I was like, yeah, not really, but I could eat. And he's like, they got a Twin Peaks here. He's like, I went to a Twin Peaks in Florida or Arizona. He's like, Twin Peaks is the shit. I'm like, all right, I'll go to Twin Peaks.
They're just modern Hooters, right?
Well, they were so fucking busy that you couldn't get a table. Their line was going outside. I'm thinking, like, these ladies must make a lot of fucking money too. It was like,
what day was it? Like a
Sunday
Saturday
night, I think. It was Jesus, like a Sunday.
Yeah, no, that'll do.
We were gun shopping. No gun stores really open on Sundays. It must have been a Friday or a Saturday then.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I always felt really uncomfortable, and call me gay all you want. I never felt comfortable going to a Hooters. I thought that was for like balding dudes
gay,
in their 40s.
Perverted men or some shit.
Yeah, literally. I just thought it was just for old horny men.
We were in the parking lot, like, trying to find other places to go to eat, like just scrolling through our phones, and the only thing I see is just high school and college age dudes walking in, and that's just it. And I'm like, do I really just want to be like a statistic for like another just college age male walking in with his other college age male friend?
Do I really want to look like another cis white male going into a Hooters or a Twin Peaks?
Yeah,
do I really want to be that guy?
I'm thinking of, like, all these guys think that like their waitress is gonna fall in love with them and this shit. And it's like,
I don't think that's true, bro. I feel like they just flirt with the waiters just because it's part of their job. I feel like that's one of their things. Like back in like the old days where you throw peanuts on the floor at your Texas Roadhouse. I feel like that's kind of like what they do. I'm not trying to say that's just it's just the environment there. Not that I endorse sexually harassing your waiter. Do not do that. But if you work at a Twin Peaks or Hooters, I feel like it's just part of just the vibes there.
I went to a Hooters before. When I did my previous job, I used to travel for work in the summertime, and there's a Hooters right across the street from my hotel. So after like a 12-hour shift, it was just the easiest fucking thing to do. And all the expenses were covered. So, yeah.
For real? How did you feel going there?
I was like fucking 16 or 17 at the time. And it's like I had the same server like almost every night. She knew me by name.
Did was she at least hot?
Yeah, I don't think I was really.
You're 16, 17. Don't be like I wasn't attracted to women.
Older, not like old, but older, out of the age range that I was really interested in at the time.
You're not into MILFs? I'm into MILFs. Oh man,
No,
you're missing out on a whole market, my friend.
Is it really a market? Because like I don't think I could pull a MILF, to be honest with you. Like I don't think I could pull anybody older than
my
me.
girlfriend's almost 2 years older than me, and I love her to death.
No.
Not that I'm calling my girlfriend a MILF.
Like I feel like I see like age gaps where it's like 20-year-olds dating 27-year-olds. I'm thinking I could
Dude, it's
never
just
ever do
I
that.
don't know, man. I could never. Like, I think people that are
I don't think I could make a 27-year-old woman interested in me.
you gotta lay that pipe. Gotta lay that pipe well, Daniel.
I'm just thinking I could never get that far. Not that I care anymore. I'm in a happy
Yeah, no, I
relationship and
love
I
my
don't want to
girlfriend
go
very
anywhere.
much too.
Thank you.
I'm just saying hypothetically,
I
if we
love my
were not
girlfriend
in a
very much.
relationship, hypothetically in a different world in Minecraft,
Yes,
like
exactly.
I think we could all.
Not that she's ever going to listen to this, but
Yeah,
I
no,
just
we
want to
all
make
love
that
our
clear.
girlfriends very much. I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, I think we both could pull MILFs, Daniel. And not that you're into MILFs, but I think we could definitely make an older woman think we're attractive.
You know, I was telling my girlfriend this the other day. I cannot carry a
Me
conversation with
neither.
somebody close to my age, but if I can carry a conversation and make older women
Yeah,
laugh
I
a
found that
lot,
weird.
but I don't think that makes them attracted to me. I find it a lot easier to
Yeah, I
conversate with
agree. My
older
mom will
women.
have her friends over, and I can make them laugh all day, every day, and have a good chat. But like the day, like I
Exactly.
don't know, like I hang out.
Your girlfriend has all
Yeah,
of
it's
her
just,
friends over, and it's just like they're like, "Who the fuck's this dude? Like,
dude.
who the fuck
I
invited
feel
this
like I'm in my
guy?"
30s when I'm hanging out with my girlfriend's friends, man. It's just like, yeah, that's something. Like they'll be talking about things like TikTok trends and shit like that, and I'll be like, man, I
Did you know I have a dank meme page?
I'll hear about TikTok trends and shit like that, and I'll just be sitting here like, wow, I am very happy that that person put in that type of uh hair mask for black people, but she was white and then got it confused. Like shit like that. She'll like tell me about.
Oh my god, that cat
I love
video was
cat
so
videos.
funny.
No, I'm the one showing my girlfriend cat videos. They're
Me
great.
too, dude. Some of them are so good. Like the recent memes that have been coming up from like cats and shit, dude. That is the root of
My
all
favorite
internet
cat
memes
meme is
was
where
cat
like the
memes.
dude holds up the cat to the doorbell, the ring doorbell, and goes meow. It just gets me every fucking time, bro.
I just seen one recently
Wait,
that
what?
was actually
Huh?
sexual, and it was like
Rephrase that.
it was not like not bestiality. It was like a sexual meme, and it was like her POV and my POV. It's like
Stop. Just
the
stop.
male
Just
eating
stop.
the woman out,
Stop.
and it's like the
Stop.
cat's face is covered in milk. It is like,
Bro, we're
oh
not
my
finding
god,
an
that's so
editor for this
funny.
one. Stop. I think we've
Hell no.
incriminated. I think so
We have
far
to do
we've
this shit
mentioned
all on our own.
bestiality. Osama bin Laden's okay. Yeah, I said that.
No,
I
you
said
said
that. I'm
that, not
sorry.
me.
I didn't mean it, guys. And then
Ian said
like
that.
it's okay to sexually harass your coworkers. Not coworkers, your Hooters worker. Yeah, your waiters. Yeah.
Waiters,
And then I said
waitresses.
something about how like my boss made fun of a little girl and I went along with it for money.
Well, that's not.
No, that's
Yeah.
terrible. I'll be honest. I was not a good person 4 years ago. But yeah, no, man. Life is crazy, bro. But
Have you ever met somebody that was like just a shit person that completely turned their life around for the better?
trying to think. Yes and no. I guess you could say the my manager at my current job. I looked how
Yeah.
miserable she was and how she acted towards everybody for after being there for 20 to 30 years. And I didn't want to be that person. And I didn't want to work at like a job like this the rest of my life. I think I told you this. And
Yeah.
I just didn't I didn't want to be that guy. I want to treat people I know with like respect. I don't I don't
Obviously,
want to
yeah.
be like that old jaded person in my 60s or 50s that just hates everything. I look at life with a very positive view, believe it or not. I like to see the positive things in people. I think it's very easy to be negative uh, as a person than it is to be positive. I think it's extremely hard to stay positive. And seeing people like that make
Right.
me genuinely hate myself. And I don't want to be around those type of people because they make me negative. And when I'm negative, I don't like myself. So, yeah, no.
Of
Yeah, I know it's,
course. Yeah, I could have said it better.
yeah.
I have a hard time expressing
Yeah.
myself. I know it shows in the podcast. Like sometimes I just can't get out with the fucking
No, I feel
and I
that.
know I've done it already in this
Do
podcast
you know how
three
many
different
times I've
times.
said the words that I don't know how to explain this without in our last podcast? It's been like 8 times, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay. But yeah, I don't like negative people. I like positive people. And if you're not making a positive influence on my life, I don't want to be around you. It's just I'm a very simple man.
Have you lost friends over that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have many friends to begin with. I mean, I've always been an antisocial guy. Uh, I've definitely lost friends over my personality, but I wouldn't say that part of me in particular, just because I don't really go out of my way to make new friends. Like the friends I have typically are already those type of
Yeah.
people.
Right. That's good. And I got to a certain age, and like I still have a lot of my friends that I met in kindergarten. Like a handful of them I've met in
Mhm.
kindergarten, and but like I got to a certain age, probably like 17, 18, and I just like my frontal lobe started developing, and my decision making skills were developing faster than others, and I was like, if I really keep hanging around with these kids, I really don't like who I am when I'm with them.
Mhm.
It's like I have the most respect for these people, because they've always treated me very, very good, and I've always treated them very, very good. But it's like they just don't bring out the best in me, and you know, probably most of the times I didn't want to be the best version of myself because the best version of myself is a fucking pussy.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure. I
it's
feel
like
that.
like if you understand what I mean, then you get it. It's like, if you are the best version of yourself, you think that you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And other people and everybody else thinks you're a fucking pussy. So it's like, do you really want to be the best version of yourself, or do you not? And it's like when I'm with my old friends, I wasn't the best version of myself I wanted to be, but I had a hard time I had a hard time coming to terms with that I wanted to be the best version of
Mhm.
myself. Because part of me didn't want to be. Yeah, because I thought that was gay.
That's literally everyone's thought process, man. Don't worry. I had something to say, but I lost it. I just
Probably because you can't follow what the fuck I'm
no.
saying.
I
I'm
just I
You're
just
getting
I just
lost
blank out
and
a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but no, I couldn't. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, verbatim. I think you're right.
do you have short-term memory loss because you excessively masturbate?
Is that a trait? Probably, man. I beat my schmeat like once every few
I think it
days.
is. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Um. Yeah. No. I think I was really disappointed with myself early on in my life. I think I told you that like I was like a really nerdy kid, like middle school.
I was a really bad kid.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
I was a really bad kid, and a lot of shit got put on me. Like I wasn't like a bad 24/7, but like a lot of shit happened where I got blamed for it just because I was a
Mhm.
bad kid, and it made me out to be worse than I actually was, which that really fucked with my mental health a lot. Like I had an experience in ninth grade where something happened and it got put on me because because I'm an easy
Yeah.
target, right? It's like, well, this kid's fucked up. It was him that did it. It's like, well, it really wasn't fucking me. And how do I explain myself that it wasn't me when I'm really fucked up?
Was it
you
like
know?
something you would have done? No.
No, it was kind of out there. It was definitely kind of out there, but I would be an easy target. It would be easy to pin it on me for sure.
That's fair. I know you probably don't want to go into the details if it's like personal like that.
It was just like misuse of social
Oh,
media,
dude.
which which everybody gets involved in
Hmm.
high school. But I fucking hated it.
I I'm not gonna lie. There was a point in time. I mean, we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon, but there was a point in time in my life where like I was trying to impress people by like acting like a druggie. I know that sounds really stupid, but like a lot of
It's
it's called
called
fitting
fitting
in.
in. Trying to fit
Yeah,
in.
there was a time where I was like just hanging out with people in high school where I was like, yeah, I smoke a ton of weed, I drink a lot, I fuck women.
Fucking
Yeah,
Ohio, buddy.
ahaha. And like realistically, I was like a super scrawny nerd. I mean, like I just recently at that time got like buff. I started looking better. I think I told you in middle school I was like a super fucking
Yeah.
big dweeb, and I had like a no. Actually, let me tell this on podcast real quick, just in case I didn't. So, elementary school, big buff boy. I did a lot of sports. Middle school, I was very anorexic, depressed person, and then at the middle of high school, I had like an epiphany. And this may sound really stupid, but I'll tell you it anyways, just because it's personal to me. I was acting like a really I was trying to fit in by acting like an anime protagonist. I know it sounds really stupid, but I tried to pretend to be all like the quiet, cool guy, but like it just made me a socially inept dumbass. I looked like a complete retard. I was
You were
I
him.
was trying to be
You were
him,
trying to be him.
and it wasn't working out. And then one day I was listening to the official podcast, and this is true by the way. This is I'm not lying. No, I'm like this is real. And I heard something along the lines from like I think it was like Moist Critical or Charlie, where he was talking about like his like college experience and high school experience about him like doing the exact same thing I did, and it changed my life because I had an epiphany sophomore year, like near the tail end of it, where I was like, oh my god. I'm a fucking loser. And yeah, no, I'm not lying. This is true. I was in the bleachers, at a pep rally, ignoring everybody with earbuds in, and I had an epiphany. Like, man, I'm a fucking loser. I look anorexic. I have a haircut of a lesbian, and I have no friends. So in my mind, I wanted to change that. So what I did was I bettered myself by working out, doing face care.
Were they skull candy
No, they were
headphones?
like really cheap headphones. I was too poor to afford Skull Candy. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's just.
worse.
Now I feel like a fucking
Yeah,
prick. I feel like an entitled prick because to me, skull candy's cheap
yeah. No, I bought
headphones.
the like shitty Walmart brand ones because they kept breaking.
Oh man, I was like, that was just a fucking humbling moment.
Skull Candy is
Okay.
actually a really expensive brand, my friend. I don't know what you're on, but yeah. No, did I tell this
I
story on the podcast? I don't know if I did,
yeah.
but yeah, that happened, and I just looked better by like junior.
I think you did, but you just never went
Yeah.
this in
So
depth with it.
basically, like I moved to a new school back to Ohio from Memphis, and I it was really weird because from what I heard, there were rumors.
Wait, wait. You were trying to fit in with the
No, I
druggies
was
in
from
Memphis?
Memphis, and I was in the nerd crowd in Memphis, and I was
Okay.
trying to fit in with the druggies because that's like the only friend group I could fit in for some reason. No, in
In
Ohio.
Memphis,
So I
though.
went from nerds in Memphis to druggies in
Okay.
Ohio, which I
That's fucking ass
yeah, my
backwards,
nerd
but all
friend
right.
back in Memphis was actually a super cool rich guy. I love that dude. I don't think he wants to talk to me anymore because he thinks I'm a drug addict now. Because I used to just DM him randomly and say schizo stuff. But um,
Dude,
don't worry about it. Let me finish this.
I do random schizo rants and fucking like fucking conspiracy theory rants with my dad sometimes, and he fucking just because I think I'm being funny, but he thinks
Mm.
it's like a problem. Yeah, it's
But yeah, I ended
continue.
up getting transferred to a new school, and all these women liked me. They thought I was super attractive because I recently just got off like Accutane at the time, which was like a dermatologist recommended thing to get rid of acne. I actually had
Yeah. I know what
muscles.
that is. Wait, you have
Yeah, I
green
was I
bones
was I
now.
was buff. I was shy. I got a haircut. I just apparently I looked good. So, and when you come in from like a city to
Stud.
like Midwest Ohio, I guess you just become that guy. And I was like still like super shy. I was a super nerdy guy
Yeah.
at the time, so I didn't really know how to make friends. So like, I just kind of sat alone.
I will say, in elementary school, I always had a thing for the girls that like just moved.
Yeah, it's because
school,
it's
like, the new
different,
girls, I
man.
always
Because
had a
when you
thing for
live where
them for
you
some
live,
reason.
they all look the same.
It's well, not only that is you're just kind of used to them, and they all know you. They all know the fucking weirdo that I am. So like, if you're new here, you don't really know who the fuck I am.
I guess that's fair. I guess that's what they probably thought too, man. But yeah, what was I gonna elaborate on?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll go into like personal shit. I'll make it brief. I sat alone, very sad. I met a few group of friends, changed my life. And yeah, I mean, yeah, apparently I was an attractive dude, and I changed my life. I recommend you guys do that if you're sad and in high school and in college even.
And now you have a
And now,
long hair
hey,
lesbian
hey,
haircut
I actually
again.
like my hair. My hair looks great when I do it, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you have good hair. You have better hair than I do. I'm 20 years old and balding, so I don't have really.
Dude, do you wear
I really
beanies?
don't
I
have room to
love
talk.
beanies.
No,
Oh,
I don't wear hats at all because that makes me bald. You know, I wear a hard hat at work, 50 hours a week at least, and
takes a toll.
it takes a
Have you
detrimental
thought about
effect to
like
your
wearing
scalp.
like I know there's things you can make it like easier on your head because that definitely can fucking hurt. It can give you headaches.
I wear fire retardant or flame resistant
Hmm.
like caps under my hard hat sometimes, and actually that helps keep the sweat off your forehead
Yeah.
so I don't like break
You ever
out as
thought about getting
bad.
one of those do rags?
But I only have
Go on.
it's kind of essentially a do rag almost like a bandana, like a essentially a tied up
Okay.
bandana all the time. You know, like if you take a bandana and you tie it around the top of your head, it's that, but it's not a
Mm.
bandana, and you don't have to tie it. It's just that, but a
Bro,
lot easier.
I fucking love hats.
It's literally Yankee with no brim,
Bro,
pretty much.
I fucking love beanies. I love hats. Maybe it's cause like
I like hats too, but I have a trouble finding ones
bro,
that
I
look good
got
on
you.
me.
I know a good hat place.
It,
I know like a good online stores as well. I can link
the
you.
only the only company that makes hats that I think look
North
good
Face
on
is
me is
great
North
though, but
Face.
they're so fucking expensive. I feel like North Face has just gotten absurdly expensive, man. Have you noticed that? Am I fucking crazy?
That's my favorite clothing brand. I own a lot of North Face shit, and yes, that's it gets nuts. Like t-shirts,
Hoodies.
they're not
Hoodies are
too
what I'm talking
unreasonable.
about.
Like hoodie, yeah, I have a handful of North Face hoodies.
Hmm.
Dude, I bought this windbreaker. It has like a marsupial pouch that's like mesh. So like it zips on the top, and like whatever you put in it, you can see it from the front because it's like a mesh pouch, and obviously it's got like regular
Hmm.
windbreaker pockets. It's not a zip up, so it's a pullover windbreaker. 120
Ah,
bucks.
ooh. Yeah, no, that's two sweatshirts for me, my friend. Fuck that. I bought a windbreaker from my community college for my girlfriend because I had extra like fast food money and she needed a windbreaker. That shit, I fuck.
Wait, you could spend fastful money at like
Dude. Yeah, in
that's
community
pretty
college, you
cool that you could do
basically
that.
don't pay for college at all. You basically get like $2,000 back. So that's what happened with me. Um, Typically it'd go for like computer supplies for me, or just like I don't know, dissolve
Yeah.
into like my insurance money. But I was being nice to my girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, what size are you, babe? I'll pick you up a windbreaker that has my shitty community college logo on it." And I bought her a windbreaker for like $60, $70.
My employer has like this, I guess, merchandise store. They sell clothes that have like the logo embroidered in it, and like some of them are really nice, but it's dirt fucking cheap. Because I feel they pay for
Yeah.
like a majority of it. I feel that, or you're just like paying the cost of what it of the item, like the
Yeah.
item of
Is it
clothing
good?
itself. Like
Is it
so, you're
good to
not
wear? Does it
paying
feel
for an.
comfy? Do you know?
A
Oh,
lot of it's
okay.
name brand shit. Like I bought like a quarter zip Eddie Bauer fleece that has my company logo embroidered, not like stamped like where they heat it up and glue it. No, it's like actually
Mhm.
sewn in. It's like 25
Bro,
fucking bucks.
could you grab me
Like Eddie
one?
Bauer's not cheap.
I need clothes, bro. I actually don't shop for clothes at all. I told you I hit like a little growth spurt when I was like 20 because apparently you stopped growing at 21. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I had a little growth spurt at 20, and I think I grew like 2 inches. So instead of like 6 foot, I'm like 6 foot 1 or 2. and some of my t-shirts.
If I could grow 4 inches,
dude, start eating like a madman. I unironically mean this, Daniel. Like, start eating a lot of food. Like literally do it. I'm not joking.
Dude, I'm already
you're
fat.
on the right path. Just eat healthy.
Fuck you.
But, yeah. I mean, what was I talking about? I just got lost in train of thought. Oh,
we're talking about clothing.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man. Eat healthy. Yeah. Fucking clothes.
You need clothes.
So I was wearing my little T-shirt I had from 2019.
My bad.
That I've had my whole entire life for the most part, which is like 3-4 years. And it doesn't fit me anymore. And it's like a little Hawaiian T-shirt, and I wore it today. And I realized whenever I like reach for things, people can see my belly button, so it looked like a little cutoff skirt, kind of almost. It was kind of made me sick. Yeah, it kind of looked like a crop top almost, but like it was like right to like, it was like right where like my pants would align with my shirt. So like, it was like just short enough to wear. It was like just long enough to cover my stuff.
I just broke down and spent like a lot of fucking money on summer clothes because last year I cheaped out and I was like summer clothes, like shorts and shit. I was like Shein, bro. Shein. Like just simple shorts, simple t-shirts. Like not their fucking graphic bullshit. It didn't fucking hold up. Like that it got destroyed in my dryer. Like my dryer pulled the strings like out of all the shorts and shit. And like the sleeves would shrink different. Like they were like lopsided and like not sewn correctly. And it was like I need to spend like money on some like higher quality clothing. So I went to this outdoor store unnamed because there's only a couple of them.
Okay.
And they're local to me. And very, very, well, I don't want to say very, very expensive. It's more of like a sporting goods store, like kind of like a Dick's, but more outdoorsy. And I was like, I need like 5 pairs of shorts, like some more t-shirts, because all of my shirts I wear long sleeve for some reason. I don't know when the fuck that started, but it's like I want t-shirts, I want socks, I want like compression shorts
are so nice. Yep.
And I want a windbreaker. I just bought my first couple pairs. I like them. I bought a pair where the compression pants are removable.
So yeah, we definitely should use them. They're nice. But I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. I'm sorry, dude.
It was like I was pulling stuff off the shelves. I was like, yeah, I would wear this, that, and the third. And I was like, I'm looking at the price tags and I'm like gagging because I spend a lot of money, but I don't really like spending money on myself.
I get more satisfaction when I buy other people I like gifts. Is that weird?
Right. Well, I'm not necessarily talking about gifts like stuff that's for me and me only. Like if I buy like headphones or like just other shit like I don't even know how to explain. I'm just like looking around my room right now. Stuff that I buy, like other people can use that shit. Like nobody wants to wear my underwear. Like if I spend $30 on a pair of underwear, I feel like, you know, I don't feel right because I know that they're mine and mine only, and I don't like spending money on myself. But it's like if I spend money on like headphones, like phone, like not phone,
things that other people can use if they want,
like tools, tools, and like if they need it, like fucking use it. Like I spent good money on it, and I would rather somebody use it than it just.
I feel that, but we have to wrap. We're going on like fucking an hour and 40, and this is gonna be a lot of money to edit. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
All right, we'll call
I've
it here
been
then.
trying to like end it for a little bit, but no, I mean, I like the tangent we went on. This has been fun, especially for like a 3 a.m. talk. I like this. Okay, hit the square.
Right.
Let's go. Till next time.
Until
Adios, mi
next
amigos.
time.